Great morning, Chitty Chat. The good news is that they're working on the albums. He sent me back the things yesterday to approve of it. So that's in production. I should have them back pretty quickly. So I'm really happy about that. The other thing, yesterday, I went to see this surgeon, and we went over my tumor thing, and we're fortunate we caught it when it's really small. And we discussed it, and he's referring me to the oncology radiologist, because they're going to, looks like, perhaps do the gamma knife. So we talked about the gamma knife. And I said I've already watched the videos on it, the whole procedure, so I know already what's entailed in it. So it was just very quick. He was very matter of fact. I can show you the thing. This is my CAT scan, my MRI, and it's as if you're looking, I'm laying down and you're looking from the top down. So here's the right side, and about 1 inch in from my ear is the tumor. You'll see it right here. Right there's the tumor. As you see, there's nothing on the other side. This is the tumor. Now, so it's right straight in from the ear canal, 1 inch inside to the head. So it'll be about behind the eye. So yeah, it will be behind the eye there. So what his question was, though, usually these tumors are very slow growing. So he asked if I had had MRIs before, in which I've had many. It never showed up. So that was saying that it's maybe quicker growing, and that he asked me what things I was experiencing. And the main thing is, every time I'm talking, I start talking, and immediately it's like I'm in the airplane. You know, when you take off and your hearing goes closed, the pressure, and you're trying to swallow to everything so you can hear again. That's what happens. Every time I talk, I get that pressure in the ear that cuts off the hearing. I've had some bit of, if I close my eyes and go to walk, I lose my balance, okay? My eyes open, I can walk a straight line. Close my eyes, forget it. I'm falling over on either side. So I'm losing some of my sense of balance. That's going on. And I said it's very odd, because I can hear tones if I do a, home test. It says my hearing's better than many people of my age, but I go to listen to something and I'm not catching the words, okay? So taking all that consideration and my age and everything, looked at doing the gamma knife surgery. So he's referred me to Stephanie Hahn. She does the actual, I think, the programming in of everything for that type of gamma knife radial surgery. So what they do, if you've never seen it, it's pretty gruesome looking, I have to say. They put this frame on your head and they drill it into here so the skull is holding it. So you're going to have holes in your head here. They do give you a local. They give you local here in 4 places in your head. And then they put these screws in through here to hold that frame. And then on the frame, they put this cap thing that's got like all these holes so they can exactly pinpoint where that tumor is, because they have to be absolutely exact because they give, like, I think it said it's 170 heavy-duty pulses of that radiation to kill that tumor. Okay, so it's all day long. The actual radiation part of it is about, he said in my case, maybe 40, 45 minutes, something like that, because the tumor is small. So I'd be in that machine having the actual radiation 40, 45 minutes. But it takes a full day, because you have to go in, they put that thing on your head, put the other thing that's got all the holes that they can line it up, and you have to have another MRI done, because not all MRI machines are exactly the same, and they have to have exact measurements to do the radiation. So you go in, they put the frame on, they do all the little measurements of the holes of exactly where each one is at, and then they put you in the machine, do another MRI, then they go out, you go in another room and wait. Meanwhile, you still have this frame hanging on your head, and they do the calculations. It all very, if you see it done, it's all done by computer, very mathematical. It has a lot of mathematical equations in it, how big the tumor is, how much radiation to give it, so they're figuring out all those equations. They put it into the machine, and then when they're ready and they've got everything ready, you go back in the machine, and you've got your head still in this frame, and they put another device on there, and they lock you into this machine so you physically cannot move your head yourself, and this thing will move your head like this. Whatever it needs to move it, it physically moves your head so they can pinpoint this radiation to you. And I guess it comes from all sides, it at once kind of goes all sides, and they want to get exactly all of the tumor, but none of the surrounding tissue. So it has to be really, really, really precise. So they finish that, and then you spend about an hour there to kind of decompress and I guess make sure you're not having any immediate reactions. They said, of course you're going to have some swelling here from all of this trauma, having this thing screwed into your head. So they just put some bandages on there and some antibacterial stuff and bandages, and you stay for about an hour. Then you can go home, but they want somebody close by. Actually, they say they want somebody with you, but Ronald will probably fly out. He's not going to be in my place. He'll be in a hotel close by, so in case I have any kind of reaction, any problem, he can get over there very quickly. So, yeah. So there are some reactions you can have. You can have some swelling. If you get some swelling in there from the radiation, it's going to make you very nauseous and stuff. So those are things that can happen. So that's it. But it's a one-time procedure. And I guess they go back and look maybe 3 to 6 months later, another MRI, and make sure they got it all and it's not growing or anything. So, yeah. So pretty quick, day-long procedure. The worst part of it is, having this thing screwed into your head. It just looks god-awful. And I don't like getting where they numb you. They do numb you up, of course, first. So you've got 4 shots in your head for that numbing stuff before they go screw it in. But you're awake during the whole thing, Yeah, you're awake, and you can talk to the doctor during the whole procedure. So there you have it. So now I'm just waiting to get a call back. Got to make sure that the VA authorizes it, so maybe I should call back and let her know. The neurologist at the VA let her know that they've referred me to this radiation oncologist, and yeah, just so I can keep everything coordinated and stuff. Yeah. So now it's, at this point, it's a waiting game to hear back from her. And at that point, if I go in, and they will probably schedule the procedure. So we'll see. But that's where it stands now. I did get the picture of it. And yeah, the main thing he was asking about was because usually, like I said, they're very slow growing, but I've had a lot of MRIs and it's never shown up. So that's telling him that this one is actually growing pretty rapidly. And so it's something that, you know, and I don't see any reason to wait, because the longer you wait, the larger it's going to grow and the more hearing loss you will have, and that doesn't come back. Whatever you lose doesn't usually come back. So, and it can cause, like I said, balance problems. If it hits your facial thing too much, you could have some facial paralysis. Now, I have been feeling some numbness, okay? Some numbness there, so it's probably pushing on that facial nerve pretty well. Yeah. Now, it's not really freaking me out, because, like I said, I did have a surgery here before when I was really pretty young. I had a tumor in the parotid gland, and so I've had numbness on this side of my face for, 40 years. So, so I'm used to that. But when I started feeling some numbness over here, I'm going, oh, okay, well, that's pretty odd. Anyway, so that's the chitty chat for this morning. The albums are on their way. I might get them back a little sooner than what I thought. She thought it might be a couple weeks before he got to it, but he got to it like, the same day I sent it in. The next day he's back on it with me, and so I may get a little earlier than what I thought. So that's good. We'll see. Anyway, so people that are waiting for the albums, the minute it gets here, I will let you know and get those sent out ASAP, okay? Yeah, so thank you for all the love and light and support and well wishes and everything. But, I have to say, count my blessings. I'm very, very fortunate that they caught this when they did. The good thing with these tumors is they are not cancerous. It's very, 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 this is a very rare thing to get in the first place. This is one of the rare tumors to get. They say it's very, but the good thing about these are that they are 99% non-cancerous. I mean, you can have the really, 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 really odd thing that maybe one would be, but it's not something that people should get crazy about, because they're usually not cancerous at all. Mr. Max, you're so funny. Yes, he's a good boy. So anyway, yeah, he's very smart. He is very, very smart. Aren't you smart? He says, I understand. He understands a lot of words. Now, if I'm here, he knew I was going yesterday. He could tell. And so he wanted me to take him out on a walk early in the morning. Isn't that right, Mr. Max? Yeah, because he knew that I was going to go somewhere. And if I get ready to go, he'll run to the door and, get ready to put his leash on, his go bye-bye. He says, chain me up, put on the chain, let's go. But if I tell him, no, you can't go, you have to stay, he'll sit down right there, and he knows. He doesn't run to the door. He knows the difference. He knows what stay. You have to stay. And he knows the difference between, okay, let's go ride the car. He says, I like the ride the car option much better than the stay. I'm not so big on the stay. And that right, yeah. And he's very good at communicating. He will let you know what he wants. He's really good at communication. But he's very polite. Whatever I'm eating, he wants some of it. Now, he'll just sit there and he'll stare at the food. He'll just, laser eyes, staring. And he'll just sit there. He doesn't bark. He doesn't get demonstrative. Now, Raj, on the other hand, when I eat, he'd reach over and go, give me some. I want it. He would absolutely tell you, I want some. Max, no, he'll sit there and he'll just stare at it. And stare and stare. Those eyes do not leave that food. But he's good. He waits, and he knows he'll get a little bite. He gets a little. He says, I got to taste everything. Whatever Mommy's got, I've got to have some. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so hard to wake up this morning. Yeah. So he's very good about that. He'll just sit there, and he knows I'll share a little bit with him. He gets to have a taste. Unless it's something like chocolate, something or grapes or something they can't have, then it's, I'm sorry, but no, you can't have it. But other than that, what I had yesterday, and he loved it? Broccoli. He said, that was pretty good stuff. I like that broccoli. Yeah. He loves it. He loves the broccoli, and he loves pastas. He is a pasta hound, and cheese, pasta, broccoli. Now, broccoli, I was kind of surprised at, but he really loved the broccoli. He says, bring it on. So, some things he doesn't like. He does not like the corn chips. He doesn't like the blue corn chips. He likes the pita things. He likes pita chips. He likes those. Blue corn chips, doesn't like those at all. So he does have his likes and his dislikes, but I was surprised at broccoli. Anyway. Oh, my hat is done, so I'm waiting for that to show up. The last hat that Bronco Sue will be making. They're in their last go-round. They made hats for 30 years. My green one is one, Lynn Anderson bought one of those green, like the green one I have. She sings. They did a green hat like that for Lynn Anderson as well. So I'm excited to get the hat in. I'm going to do, I think, the petroglyph style on the one that's coming. I was going to do, I practiced on that other hat that I have, but I love it the way it is, so I wear that one all the time. So I think the one that's coming, I'm going to do petroglyphs on it. So we'll see. So waiting for that. I think my Christmas tree is coming tomorrow. That's what they said. So that's coming soon. So just at the moment, waiting for things. I've got to get a hold of the VA. I think they've made me 2 appointments at audiology. I've got 2 different dates. So, well, which one do you want me? You want me the 13th or you want me the 15th? So anyway, I call there and try to get all my appointments figured out because I have a slew of appointments coming up. Every time I turn around, the VA's calling me for another appointment of some sort and variety. It's just crazy. Myth to max. Anyway, so we're going to leave this here. Love and light to everyone. Say Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever your preferred thing is, have a good time. And don't forget, continue to mask up. Maxie says if they made masks to fit me, I would wear one, but they don't. They don't have puppy masks, so yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. Love and light to everyone, and I will see you online. And if there's a topic you want to see read on, something, put it in the comments section, and I'll take it under advisement. Thank you so much.